Hello everyone, and welcome to Crazy Country Couponer. And I'm Jenny, the Crazy Country Couponer. Tonight's video is going to be a little bit different, guys, because we got some different things going on. We've got a lot of questions, I've got a lot of answers, so you know you're going to like it. So give the video a thumbs up, guys, and share. Your friends need the answers as well, and they're going to love you for thinking about them, okay? And if you're not a subscriber, well, guys, this video is not our norm, but neither is the situation. So hang out, guys. Go ahead and hit that subscription button and that notification bell, because when this is over, you don't want to miss any of these crazy country couponers, deals, steals, and glitches. And right now, really important information, okay? And answers to some most asked questions, okay? And subscribers, hey guys, come on in. I know it's been a little bit, but as you can see, I've been kind of busy. And we're going to talk about it, okay? Yes, we are. Alright, guys and gals. This video is not meant to instill fear. It is meant to get you prepared, okay? I know you have probably not been thinking a whole lot of our couponing deals, because you have had other things on your mind, such as I have had, and rational thinking has decided I have enough of that in my stockpile right now, and so I'm going to take some of those funds that I've actually saved from couponing and get my cupboard in order. So that being said, like I said in the intro, I do have some answers to a lot of the questions that you guys have been answering. Asking, excuse me. Boy, I'm so choked up. And one of the questions you guys have been asking, first off, and I've been hearing this a lot, where's the 5 off 25? Well, guys, there's not going to be one. For a couple of reasons, okay? One, I'm sure the company is looking at thinking they're going to take a loss during this. They're probably going to take a little loss. Number two, this happens periodically through the year, okay? And it happens a lot of times when they're gearing up right before a clearance sale, okay? So they might have been able, might have planned to pop a clearance sale up on us before this situation happened, okay? And then again, it just might be, maybe they knew more than we did, okay? And so they were planning for something of this sort. But anyway, you're not going to give away $5 when there's money to be had, when you've been giving away money all year long. So we can't gripe too much, guys. And we can still do this cheaply, okay? My next question I'm going to answer. And yes, it will probably be back next week, hopefully. We'll know on Sunday, won't we? Next question I want to answer for you. What's going on at the Walmart? Why are the shelves still empty? Well, guys, do not panic. Again, be calm. We're going to carry on, okay? What's happening at the Walmart is supply and demand. We have cleared the shelves, and we've cleared them so fast they cannot keep up with the demand because they don't have enough truck drivers, okay? Enough trucks and enough truck drivers. Got plenty of supplies, just no way to get them to us, and as fast as we're clearing the shelves, okay? So it's going to get there. But in the meantime, okay, we've got to deal with what's out there, with what is left on the shelf for those of us who did not get out there early enough, and I was one of them. I decided, since I had today off, and those of you who do not know, or who are new or just popping in, you know, I happen to work in dietary in a nursing facility, guys, okay? Happens to be in a nursing facility in the middle of nowhere. And that little middle of nowhere is between two Dollar Generals, you know, a good distance apart, probably about 10 miles apart. So I have these two Dollar Generals in which I can pull from. I opted to not go into the big city because, like I said, I work in a nursing facility, And I don't want to go into the big city where I am more apt to run into someone or come after someone who has been out of the country, okay? So I'm going to stay out here in my little country abode. But in the meantime, I took a look in my cupboard, and there's no way I had 3 months worth of goods in my cupboard. And I used to have 3 months worth of goods at all times, guys. But my barn flooded not too long ago. Well, actually, it's been about a year. And I lost a lot of stuff. And it was a lot of my prepper goods. Not canned goods, but a lot of other type of stuff. And such as REMs and crap like that I was kind of dependent on. And I never replaced them. My other prepper goods that I had were starting to expire, so we actually just consumed them. So that left me with very little of prepper, or what I call survival or emergency food, whichever way you want to talk about it, guys, because a prepper situation can become which is just being prepared, okay, a prepared situation can become an emergency situation, and an emergency situation can become a survival situation, okay? And not to make it sound, I'm just going to put it out there, guys. There's some elderly folks and some poor folks that live in survival situations every single day, okay? So some of this stuff is not new to them. And these are the folks I want you to kind of look out for, guys. Okay, these are the folks that's going to be passing. You know those folks that drop first when we have heat waves and the electricity goes out? Or we just simply have heat waves and they don't have no AC? These are these folks. Okay, they're living on pennies. And most of them don't even have the extra money for a can of soup. So, when you're buying stuff, keep that in mind. And this is early on. And early on, everybody's going to want to share, okay? But at some point, you're going to look in your cupboard and you're going to go, oh, all right. And for example, I've already given away 3 of my, maybe even 4 of my toilet paper. When I looked today, I went, oh, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done that, because there's still no toilet paper on the shelf. So that mentality and that thinking is going to start kicking in if indeed we are forced into shelter in place. And what I mean by that is, if you have an outbreak in your near vicinity, it may become necessary to you to be forcibly sheltered in place. And that means you don't leave your home. Got it? So if you did not have the forethought to stock up on some food, yeah, you might just be in trouble. Okay? And those elderly who didn't or could not get out there to do this, good God, guys, they're in trouble. Okay? So if you know some elderly, take them. If you can afford to, I don't care if it's 4 bags of beans, okay, and 2 bags of rice, take it to them. Okay? Alright. I'm sorry, but do it now. Okay? Because your mindset's may change later on. Alright? Even the best of us, you'll want to take care of your own. Alright? Before. So, do it now. Share now, guys. Alrighty? That being said, the reason why I'm telling you all this is because in places where they're having like little multiple outbreaks, this becoming really imperative that people shelter in place. And that's in your most populated areas, okay? Not so much in the rural areas where we're already kind of socially set apart. Unless they go to church, and I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of church going on right now. Matter of fact, when I went to or by the church yesterday to pick up some dry goods that they were giving out. Guys, don't let your pride get in the way of this now, because you're going to need those dry goods, I'm telling you. I surely drove through and got me some. But they were telling me they were doing services online. And you're going to notice, too, that your internet's bogging down a little bit. That's because there's going to be a lot of folks online using their internet or their Wi-Fi that's normally not using it, okay? So that's another little answer for you, okay? Next, before I forget, do not let me forget, and we'll probably send you guys out an email in the morning. Those of you who pre-ordered the P&G, okay, it seems that the delivery of the P&G did not make it to the newspaper office in time for them to get the newspaper out. So it only came with one insert this week. It took me a day to find out what had happened and why the P&G was not in the midweek paper. And it's because the truck ran late, and, you know, newspapers have to go out in a timely manner. But they told me it would be in the next Wednesday's paper. So those of you who pre-ordered, if you don't have a problem with waiting, I'll go right ahead and send it out to you as soon as I get it. And in the meantime, I'm going to drop this insert to you, okay? Just as a courtesy, alright? And anything else that you guys may have ordered will be on your way. But like I said, hopefully the newspapers will be the last thing to falter, guys. Because you know they like to get it, keep us informed. Alright. Now what you see before you is an accumulation of 4 stores, guys. I had to go to 4 stores to find this stuff. And just so you know, this video is going to run long, okay? Heads up. Going to be long because there's a lot of stuff to cover, a lot of information, guys. But if you stay to the end, I promise you a little couponing present, okay? Because none of this right here, there's a few coupons in here, and there's probably some to be had that you could save more money on. But the bottom line is this. This stuff snuck up on all of us, okay? If we had time, those of us who prep, and even those of us who do not prep, if we had time, we would have done some things differently, okay? Like, you know, canned our own stuff last year or whatever. And I canned 2 years ago, but some things happened, and last year we didn't barely do a garden. Oh, and just telling you, get your butt out there and get you some seeds right now. Start you a little garden. I don't care if it's in pots you got laying around your yard, okay? I don't care if you take cinder blocks and turn them over on their sides and put dirt in them. Put you some seeds in those cinder blocks, okay? Get you some stuff growing. I kid you not. What's it gonna hurt? A thing of seeds is $0.25. Okay? Or even, well, even if they're a damn $1, it ain't gonna hurt. Alright? Get you some seeds. Clear it, even if you're not a gardener. I kid you not. Even if you're not a gardener, get out there in your yard, clear you a spot, fence it off a little bit. Go out there and make sure that dirt's nice and loose, and do it the old-fashioned English way. Just sprinkle the seeds, guys. Or go out there and put your little piles, and they don't have to be a row here and a row there. You can just jazz it up and mix and match, and just stick those seeds anywhere and everywhere, okay? Get online, look at how to make a potato barrel, or a potato patch out of a ring of fence and some leaves. You can live on potatoes. Hell, you can charge your phone on a potato, okay? No lie, you can. You sure enough can charge your phone on a potato. But you gotta have the potato. And the thing about potatoes, you can eat potatoes when they're little, you can eat them when they're big, okay? And, like I said, potato provides you with all the necessary ingredients to live. That's why they were so popular. Alright, now, the stuff you see before you, like I said, come from 4 different stores because they only had so much at each and every store. My goal was to get things that I only had to add water or milk to that were nutritious enough, because not everything's going to be totally nutritious, and do double duty if at all possible. Now, I have 3 people that I am trying to buy for. In my cupboard, I had quite a lot, but they was still needing more because there was definitely not 3 months worth of supplies. In my storage closet, I have some really, really old rice, okay? In a deathly emergency, I would eat that rice. But right now, no. But if we are told to shelter in place and it is enforced, I'm actually essential personnel at my job, so up until that point they close my facility, I will be going out, okay? But the people in my home will not be. So they have to have essentials should they have to shelter in place for up to 30 days or more, and it be mandatory, guys, okay? You understand mandatory? Alright. We don't want to say the ML word, but mandatory. I think you get my drift. So, whatever spare pennies you got right now, don't buy your lunch. Pack you a lunch. Use that $2, go buy you some ramen noodles. Go buy you a case of water. And again, I am not instigating fear, guys. I am just trying to be practical and telling you to prepare for the worst. The best is going to come out of this, but we might have to walk through hell to get to the best part, okay? But we will get through it. Now, the other question that everybody was asking me, what kind of things to buy? And so I'm going to show you and tell you why you should be getting these things. For one, it's some of the few things that's still left on the shelf, okay? Rice is hard to find. I found some. I grabbed it, guys. Remember, if you find the rice, grab an extra bag of rice for your neighbor or someone elderly, okay? Let's see. Oh, if someone offers you food, such as, a church, and you don't want to eat it, or you think you're too good to eat it, go ahead and take it, okay? And give it to someone elderly who did not get out, who would not get out, or did not know it was going on, or was too afraid to get out, okay? So, you know where I'm going with this, alright? We already discussed this. I can't say it enough. Share now while you can, okay? Now, things to get, and some odd things that are still on the shelf. Like I said, I went to 4 different stores at my first Dollar General. I kind of went a little crazy, spent the most money I've ever spent at one time at the Dollar General, guys. One, because I had resolved that I wasn't going to go to any other store. I was going to get what I could get there and just call it a day. Because they had quite what I thought was enough that I could get by with. They did not have any rice. They did not have any beans. They had some canned beans, which of course we jumped on. But after loading the buggy up, I had decided basically that, it was going to be the end of the day. And after thinking about it, and I decided no. I had one day off because, this has impacted me in more than one way. Pulling extra shifts, so I have one day off. And God forbid I go to work and come home and discover that we can't go shopping, okay? So I decided to go ahead and get as much as I could get in the time period I had and with the funds that I had available, okay? And how I did this is, okay, my payday is not until tomorrow. Of course, I couldn't wait till tomorrow. So I utilized my credit cards, guys, and I know it sounds terrible, but I'm going to pay it tomorrow, okay? But this stuff might not have been there tomorrow. That was the point of that. Okay, so if you got to do that, that's what you got to do. Alright? I utilize my regular grocery money and my couponing allotment, okay? I give myself so much every payday to do my couponing with. We won't be doing that this week. We're turning those funds, the anywhere between $20 to $60 in my couponing fund, depending on what I'm getting and what I'm doing, okay, went to some of this. And the other was my grocery money. So I didn't really go too overboard. I don't normally buy all my groceries in one trip. I usually take 2 paydays to do a month's worth of groceries. But like I said, might not be there, guys. So we did it in this one. As much as we could in this one trip. And you'll see there is no meats in this. I still do need to acquire some meats. But the reason being, the majority of this, what you see before me, is actually just for me. Because we've already stocked the cupboard mostly for the guys. Short of just the meat. Okay? And this is just some additional stuff that I felt that was needed that we didn't have enough of. Because like I said, 3 months, guys, even in a good scenario, 3 months of food out, natural disasters, just plain out and out lose your job, okay? 3 months of food, of survival food, emergency food, whatever you want to call it. But food that will not perish, okay? Food that you can open up, heat on a campfire if you need to, okay? Worst case scenario. Lord knows that's not going to come to that, but, you know. Anyhow, back to the things that you need to be buying. We're going to be digressing a lot, guys. I just can't say this enough about there's so much going on out there. And when you talk to people from all over the country like I do, and then you also talk to other people that are talking to people that are in Italy and other countries, and they're seeing things firsthand, and yeah. Okay? So, preparedness. Alright? Preparedness. Can't say it enough. And again, like I said, you're going to go to the store and go, oh my God, what can I do? There's not very much left. Well, you might have to travel to a couple of different stores. Think out of the box. If you live in the bigger city, go outside of the outskirts of the cities to the smaller outskirts and search the DG stores. Hit that ones on the outskirts of town, guys. The country marketplaces, Walmart marketplaces, the little towns that have Walmarts in them. You want to make a little trip. For one, you're probably safer, but more importantly, you're more apt to be able to find little pickings on the shelf than at the big stores, unless you're right there when the truck comes in. And you can try that if you want. I actually tried making a food order online to Walmart today, and it shut me down. It told me they were filling orders as fast as they could and didn't know when they could fill my order, and to make sure that what I was ordering was in stock, because a lot of the stuff was in the process of being restocked, blah, 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 blah. Yes, they just couldn't do it, plain and simple, okay? So, we got to do all this ourselves. But, anyhow, soups, of course. Everybody knows pick up soups, but what kind of soups should you pick up, okay? Cheap soups? Well, yeah, you can pick up cheap soups. American Beauty, 70 cents. Don't know what it tastes like, but guess what, guys? If in a survival situation, we won't care. We'll eat it. But chicken soup particularly is very good for you. One reason is the enzymes in the chicken broth boost your immune system and promotes healing, okay? So, extra good just to have in your diet, okay? Really, you should eat chicken soup at least once a week, just in your diet in general. Boost your immune system. Soups in general. Why? Because they cover all the basic needs that you have. Grains in this one, your meat, and your veggies, okay? It covers all your basic needs. And if you want to stretch it, well, depends on how much you want to stretch it. You can add tomato juice to this. B8 is a perfect choice of survival or emergency food. And I absolutely forgot some. I need to go get some. Because you can make soup out of that stuff. You can stretch soup with that stuff. And you can just out and out drink it if you want to. Bean soups, okay? Now, the regular Campbell's bean soups with $1.69. Holy moly. These ones right here. was $1. But there's no water needed. These are ready to eat. So they're non-condensed. But guess what, guys? You're going to add a little water to it or a little broth to stretch it. Okay? Of course, that is your choice, you know, if it's just you. Great Northern beans at Walmart. The only thing I found at Walmart bean-wise was right there, guys. But I did find some brown rice, and it was 70 cents a bag. I got 3 bags. I left 1. That tell you anything? And I actually almost missed it. They were pushed all the way to the very back. I believe that's why they were still there. A lot of people are forgetting that these things right here are actually beans, guys. Protein. And it'd be a big change if you're stuck in and you're eating a lot of beans. This would be a big change. You just slap those on some tortillas, which happen to freeze very well or store well in the cabinet. So, I mean, you see them stored on the shelf, right, in the store. So grab you some flour tortillas, you know, and you got these. And, of course, you get you some cheese. You know, cheese freezes too good. Make you a nice burrito. Can't find canned soup? Well, you're going to get these dry soups right here. They're great for making dishes with. Big pots of other soup. You take this stuff right here and dump some mixed vegetables in there. You got a vegetable beef soup, guys. Okay? Oh. This right here, there were only 3 of these in the Dollar General. They were a good price. I think they were $1.69 a piece. And of course, you know we can do all kinds of things with canned chicken, canned meat. We all know we need canned meat. So any canned meat that you'd like, and you want to get what you like, because if you're shut in, you're already going to be depressed. Your appetite is going to be suppressed, all right? So you want to entice your appetite with things that you know that you like, okay? And we all had to eat cheap at one time in our life, and they were things that we learned to like. Now, did any more beef stew? You have a coupon from the Dollar General for this, $1 off of 2. This is also a great item. It is 10 grams of protein per serving, okay? And there's probably four servings with this if you wanted to add some additional vegetables or put it over rice. Dried vegetables are always good in any form, such as the minced onion, okay? The minced onion, it's also an antifungal and a good way to fight a cough. Baked beans, guys, in any form or fashion, any kind of baked beans you can pick up. It's a great source of protein. And, quite frankly, throw some hot dogs in there, guys, and you have comfort food. Yeah, with some cornbread. Yeah, that's a good meal. Honey, if you can get your local honey, you want local honey. But I like to buy mine in smaller containers. That way it doesn't turn to sugar once I open it up, okay? This is a small one from Walmart. I would like to try to get some local honey because it is also medicinal and it is antifungal, and you can actually put this stuff on wounds, guys. And great for allergies and for coughs. Multifunctional. Remember, we talked multifunctional. Chicken noodle soup. We talked about that. These are actually $1 right now when you can find them. You know, you want to grab some. Oh, let's see. What else? Of course, tuna fish. They had one thing of tuna fish left. I picked it up, and it was $2.99 for a 3-pack. Fruit. You want to get a variety of stuff, guys, when you're doing this stock up stuff. You want to get some canned fruit. It doesn't have to be a lot, but you need to have fruit at least once a week if you're being shut up in your house, all right? At least once a week. That's minimum, okay? If you can have more, have at it once a day. But if you can't, you know, we're talking in a bad situation, all right? The things that you're going to need. This stuff right here, you're not going to eat all this. Not unless nothing happens, okay? If everything gets opened up in the next month or even in the next couple of weeks, which I doubt, and you don't need this, hey, send it to the blessing box. Send it to your neighbor or start eating it. If the dates start getting bad, start eating it, okay? But essentially, this stuff here was not bought to start eating on. this is bought to go in a storage container that I bought for it to go into, you know, for when I exhaust my regular groceries, and if I cannot get back out to go to the store for any reason, then I have this stuff to fall back on, okay? We also have the roast beef hash. Again, protein, meat and potatoes, guys. Several things you can do with this, but just great in general with eggs. Kosher baby deals. Any kind of pickle. It is simply a canned cucumber, guys. A green vegetable, right? We got to have those. And you can eat them hot or cold. Alright, or not hot. You wouldn't want them hot. Well, yeah, I guess you would. You could fry those bad boys. That'd be good. Cheese. The Ragu, you have $1 off paper on 2. This is $2 a piece. Made with real cheese, guys. Make your own macaroni and cheese. Or put some on mashed potatoes. Whatever you want to do with it, you got it. Oatmeal. Let me tell you. Oatmeal and no-bake chocolate cookies. They are nutritious. Got tons of peanut butter in them. Got this oatmeal in them. And so what? They got sugar in them. In a survival situation, you're going to need those calories, okay? So you make those oatmeal cookies and they will keep, guys. Where is that oatmeal? There it is. There you go. These north sides. These are great little things. Chicken and broccoli, okay? No artificial flavors, no preservatives, no colors, no added MSG. They are $1. Dried fruit, raisins. Yogurt covered raisins for snacks. Double duty, guys. Protein. Those of you who got good teeth, well, of course, jerky is the preferred protein. You can get you a couple different flavors. You can get cheap, you can get expensive. This one happens to be a little on the pricey side. But let me tell you, even if you got dentures, take that jerky and put it in your blender for a second. It's going to shred up. Put it back in its container, guys. Now you got jerky that you can actually consume. Alright, these right here, there are dried sausages. It's just meant for a protein supplement for any meal that you may have that don't have enough protein. These things happen to have 7 grams per every 2, okay? Good protein. A little on the greasy side, but they tasty, alright? Things like these Bovitas. You can get these on the dollar aisle as well as in the dollar version. I happen to like these. Okay, the little energy cookies. Granola bars are a little bit much for me. Like I said, I would rather make my own granola or go and make my no-bake cookies. Cheese sauces, guys. These dollar box of $3, that makes it $1 a package. Cheese sauce. Rice-a-roni. We all know about rice-a-roni. A little thing you might not know about is salt, guys. Everybody needs salt. If you didn't have but one salt in your cabinet, you need to go pick you up 2 or 3 more salts. They're cheap. They're 55 cents or less. The reason being, we have to have salt to live, particularly ionized salt. So make sure you get ionized salt. If you're one of these people like me who like to use a lot of pink Himalayan salt, well, it's not ionized. So we still need this in our diet. And of course, if we're going to be cooking beans, guys, we're going to need some salt. And of course, in any kind of canning situation and a few other situations, you're going to need some salt. Salt also is good for soaking, guys. I found these, guys, like I told you, at Walmart. I also found some more top ramen, beef top ramen. And I found some regular parboiled rice at the last DG I stopped at. They actually had 4 bags. I took 3, left 1 on the shelf. And they had, now there's a lot of instant rice on the, not a lot, but there was like 4 or 5 boxes of instant rice on the shelf. I don't know why it's still on the shelf. It's still usable. I guess people just don't like it. I don't really care for it. Or it might just be the price of the instant rice. But I actually got me 3 bags of this parboiled rice. And of course they had these disinfectant wipes at the first DG I stopped at, which is one of my DGs, my local ones. And I went ahead and bought 5. Because again, like I said, I did my cupboard and realized I only had 3 of these. And what we're using these for, actually, guys, is to disinfect when we go to the store, okay? Put 1 in your car, carry 1 in your purse, I actually carried my Kleenex antibacterial wipes with me today and wiped off everything that I touched, and hopefully it was enough. Okay. Bacon bits. Why? Because we got some beans. I actually found some beans at my local wasn't my local grocery store. I was in another little town, but I actually found some beans there. They had just got some in, and they had just got them out on the shelf. So there was half of them left anyway, the girl said, and I got some. But I picked up some bacon bits at the Walmart when I went. And the Walmart I went to was a small one, so we didn't have there was some choices, but not like at the Super Walmart or anything. So I picked up some at the Dollar General, and I also picked up some Walmart brand, which is over here. And of course, like I said, there'll be seasoning for my beans, and just out and out extra protein on salads or anything else that I might need. I also picked up these sesame sticks for snacks. These things are really good if you warm them up. I used to love to get them when I was a kid from the Sears. Another good snack and something healthy for you is the sunflower kernels, roasted and salted. Okay? Now, to the beans, guys. No pintos, no dried pintos. They done scooped those bad boys up, so this is what we ended up with. Got some chowders. I love chowder peas, so these are kind of pricey though. I went ahead and got some chowder peas. We got some baby lima beans. We got a couple of bags of black eyed peas, because we do like our black eyed peas. And some Hoppin' John. You don't know what Hoppin' John is, guys? It is onion and rice and some cook that rice in some chicken broth, and then you mix it with some black eyed peas that you cooked the night before. Got a big bag of Great Northern beans, and we got 2 bags of 15 bean soup. I found some powdered milk at my grocery store that I went to. It was $9, guys. Excuse me. Oh, Gesundheit. It is that season, guys, so you better be getting that allergy medicine too while you're out there at the Dollar General, because you don't know, like I said, if you'll be able to get out to get it. So, I picked up at least one of these. It makes 2 gallons. It was $9, guys, but it's going to not spoil, okay? Let's see. I picked up some of these for 70 cents. These are good things as well. I don't know how nutritious they are, but they're tasty. And you can add stuff to them to make them a little bit more nutritious. And of course, I bought my soft drinks. Those of you who drink soft drinks, go ahead and stock up. For one, when it comes to the Diet Coke and the caffeine, if you're shut in and you run out of your sodas, and drink them sparingly, okay? If you run out, okay, you're going to start getting a little pissy. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. And you don't want that. So stock up best you can. Even if you got to buy 2 liters or whatever. Get what you can and make sure. I mean, like I said, this stuff, if you don't eat it now, you'll eat it later. Or you will donate it. Or it will have a use. And of course, when you're at the store, you get things that whole box is empty, guys. I done ate that. Not seen here are some grapes and some lettuce and some margarine that I bought. Okay. Those are things. I did buy extra margarine. Got to be stored in the refrigerator. The grapes I just wanted. I got this because I had a $1 off coupon, which made that free. And of course, we're going to need some breakfast items. I do have some eggs. And I think what I may do is get some more eggs if possible, and blend them up and freeze them. So they should last quite some time in the freezer, and you can just take them out and make scrambled eggs or cook with them. But I also got these mixes right here. You just add water or milk, make blueberry muffins, and I've got the peanut butter cookie ones. These will be can make these into energy cookies, guys. Just add a little bit extra peanut butter or peanuts. Energy cookies. Oh, that might be good. Remember, we have those cashews, guys. We have all those cashews we have from the Planters deals from from a while back. I still got 3 cans of those things. Speaking of that, pretzels. If you got those big jars of pretzels still, guys, start breaking them up and putting them in baggies, putting them in the freezer. They will freeze and come out and be okay because you know they expire. The freshness date expires very soon. Okay? You don't want to waste it. That's 50 cents. You know, that might carry you through as a snack during this stuff for super cheap. Alright, guys, I think that's about it over here. Things, like I said, you should buy as far as food goes. Cornstarch. One of the things about cornstarch, people forget about this, has 10 million uses. Not only is it baby powder, it's good for heat rashes. It is really good to thicken up broth, to make a substantial, sustainable gravy to go on your rice, can make a whole meal. Okay? Oh. Got some of this stuff right here, the pepper gravy mixed. These were $1. Just add water to these. I've got flour and powdered milk. I can make biscuits and gravy at any given time. And I did buy 3 loaves of the Walmart bread that's going to go in my freezer. And I hope to get a couple more loaves. Now, one of the things I've heard from my daughter and from other people in my family was, where are you going to put all this? There's no room. My daughter, when I told her she needed to go again and pick up a few more things while they were still available, I said she absolutely had no more room. Well, guys, I remedied that. They have these totes at the Dollar General that go underneath your beds. They have little wheels on them, guys. So I got 2 of them, and we're going to store some of the stuff underneath the bed. Popping corn, regular popping corn. Not only with the kids out of school, you need snacks, guys. This was $1.36. Alright. Plenty of snack right there. Non-GMO certified, okay? That's another one of those emergency foods that people do not think about. Peanut butter and honey. Honey is great for you. Peanut butter is good for you as well. It's an awesome source of protein. And of course, canned milk, when you can find it. I stumbled on 3 cans that were hidden behind a rotator. Everything else was stripped. Alrighty, guys. You've seen this haul. All of this haul. After we average everything out. And like I said, it's missing some grapes. It's missing a head of lettuce. It is missing, some sausage. Guys, a good thing to buy is the smoked sausages. For one, you can eat them cold because they're already cooked if you need to. Alright? So I've got a package of sausage, of Johnsonville already smoked sausage. I have got a head of lettuce. I've got a 2-pound thing of grapes, which I already ate half of, guys. And I've got 2 pounds of butter that are all in the fridge. And that goes with all of this that you don't see. Now, altogether, after the average, it was $1.49 an item, guys. And, like I said, we have Diet Coke back here. There's 4 of those 6-packs as well. So, I don't think that's bad. I really don't. Not for what I got. And, for what it's hopefully going to save me from having to do, which is go out and be amongst the crowd. Alright? So, that being said, stay home as much as you can. If you have to go out, make sure you sanitize like I told you. Get you some gloves. I'm going tomorrow too, because I forgot them today, to get me some gloves. And if things go bad from worse, or you have a case in your local vicinity, start wearing you a mask if you have to go out. That's if you have to go out. Alright? Now, I promised you a tidbit. Let me show it to you. This Nivea is on clearance. It is $2.70. Scan it, guys. It should still be on your shelf. If it's not, check your clearance aisle. And it is $2.70. You have a $2 off digital coupon, making it 70 cents. Girl's got to have her fix, Even with all this going on, we got to have that little coupon fix. I mean, I kind of got it with the Skinny Pop, because I got some free Skinny Pop. But Now, the UPC on this is 072-140-018-627. That is the UPC on this particular Nivea. That is $2.70. Of course, all you got to do is scan it, guys. Next up is, looky here, guys. I got Dawn. And if they have a clearance sale, guys, just so you know, there is Dawn on the clearance. All sizes of bottles, okay? We have $1 off of any Dawn. This was $2.25. I got this big old bottle of Dawn for $1.25. So, 2 awesome deals, guys, to go with all the other good stuff. Alright. Now, guys, get out there. If you're going, be safe about it, okay? But don't forget what you need and what your priorities are, okay? Anything else that you got going on, if it's not that big a deal, put it on hold. And if you need your medications, get 3-month supplies if you can. Call your doctor. Ask your doctor to go ahead and give you a 3-month supply up front so you can go ahead and get them, okay? Particularly asthma medications, allergy medications. If you take over the counter, well, guys, stock up. There's $4 Zyrtex and Claritin coupons in last Sunday's paper. And I think that's it, guys. Oh, and I don't know, I may remind you again, if I hadn't said it already, the P&G did not make it to the delivery point for the newspapers in the little town in which I get them on time for them to meet the delivery time, because you know it's got to go out at a certain time for the newspaper. And so they have them, but they won't be in the newspaper until next Wednesday, guys. So you'll still be getting them a week early. Alright? Just not when we thought they were going to be here. And like I said, if you've already prepaid, if you don't want to wait, just leave me a message in the comment and I will get back with you. But more often than not, in the morning I'll be sending out emails, because it took me this little while to find out what was going on. Alrighty, guys. Hope you enjoyed our visit, and I hope you learned something. And we'll talk more couponing again in the next couple of days, you know. Of course, if you got something you want, go out and get it now, because there is no 5 off 25. Alrighty. Y'all come back now. Here, and oh guys, blessings be. Be safe, be healthy. Okay?